Welcome to Freedom Farm. So as we expand our farm, what we've done is we've added some more pigs, and that's what this video is going to be about today. It's going to be short, but hopefully informative for people. Um, it was got where I was feeding the pigs a couple times a day, and the water, they continuously flip that over, and it was just seemed like I was dedicating so much of my time just toward the pigs, and I just don't have that kind of time to just stay with them and babysit them 24/7. So I had been debating a hog feeder, what kind to get, and I just needed to get something pretty quick. And I was going to go with the Tractor Supply model, and I think it's the Country Line Economy Hog Feeder or something like that. But there were a lot of reviews on it that weren't so good, um, and saying it was kind of cheaply made. The metal wasn't very thick. The spot welds were breaking, whatnot. So I knew that going into it. I was going to kind of reinforce all the areas that needed to be reinforced with pop rivets. One of the other things I wanted to do was make a pig watering system that would be effective and provide for the pigs without them, one, making a giant mud hole, and two, just wasting a lot of water and being able to turn it over. So here's what I came up with. This is the pig feeder I got. I went to Tractor Supply, and they did not have the Country Line model in stock. But what they did have was the Bellin Country Farm and Ranch equipment. And I'm going to tell you that this thing is very well made. It's thicker than I thought it was going to be. The spot welds on it are great. This one side, you can see I went through and just reinforced one side all around with pop rivets. But when I was doing it, I didn't think it was necessary. I didn't do the other side just to see if it would hold up well, and it's held up fine. But this thing is great. I really like it. It was, I think it was around $310 or somewhere around there. So kind of expensive, but I was at the time willing to spend that on the Country Line model that wouldn't have been as good as this one. So I think I lucked up there. Obviously the pigs just come in here and lift this up with their nose to get into the feed. It literally took them 5 minutes or less to figure it out. So there's two sides to it, and right now I've got 3 pigs on it, but I've got 2 more that I've got penned up that I'm going to bring down here shortly. It's rained a couple times, and I haven't had any problems with water getting in it. It holds about 150 pounds of feed, so that's cuts down definitely on my running back and forth, feeding them twice a day, and then it locks down. Like I said, it's been waterproof for me. I didn't caulk anything or do anything special. We haven't had any kind of torrential downpour, but we've had it rain a few times, decent rains, and like I said, the feed has stayed dry. The pigs figured it out, they like it, and it'll also help them grow quicker because they have access to feed 24/7. So that's my little review, I guess, on that model of pig feeder. The next thing I did was I needed a watering system, like we talked about earlier. So I got this, and there's numerous videos on this that I've seen, but it's just a 55-gallon drum. This one happens to have the lid where you can remove it. It didn't matter to me either way. Actually, the one without a removable lid would have been just fine for this system. I just fill it up on the on this back access right here. Just put my hose in there and fill it up. It was cleaned out real well. I got these pig watering nipples. I think I paid $7 for 4 of them. I went to Lowe's, got the bulkhead fitting, and then that PVC adapter, and Teflon taped it and screwed it in. I put a dab of peanut butter right on the end here. And literally within less than 2 minutes, the pigs were all over it and really figured it out well. And they use it. You can see there's not a whole lot of mud here. It it obviously leaks. It doesn't leak at all, but when they use it, there's a little excess water, and it's accumulated just a tiny little bit of mud, but nothing crazy. Like I said, it holds 55 gallons, and it definitely saves me so much time, only having to come and fill that up every once in a while, as opposed to trying to give them water at least twice a day, but knowing they were going to knock it over shortly thereafter. So that's the two projects that I had, the pig watering system and the new pig feeder. They both work great. I'm going to end up coming back to the pig watering barrel, and once they run this down and drink most of it, I'm going to put another watering nipple in there about 45 degrees away, so that two pigs can get on there at one time. But that's it. I'm impressed with both of them. They work very well. If anybody's interested, I may put the link to the watering nipple in there. But 55-gallon drums you can find on Marketplace or Craigslist or something like that. They're usually about, I've seen them anywhere from like 20, I think 15 to $25. I think I paid 18 for that one. And like I said, this one, this feeder was about $310 if I remember right, with tax and everything. So that's my reviews of those. They work really great. If your Tractor Supply has this brand instead of the Country Line, I feel like I haven't seen the Country Line, but the Bell & Country Farm and Ranch equipment is absolutely great. I don't have one negative thing to say about it. It's held up well, and just comparing it to the reviews that I saw, it's much better than the Country Line that Tractor Supply has. So if you go by there and find this one, don't be afraid to get it, because it works great. Any questions, just ask, and if you could hit the subscribe and like buttons, that would be great. And thank you so much, and we'll have more videos to come, so keep checking us out.